my favorite House candidate, Kevin Leandro from Gilford.
I don't really know how to follow up on all that. First of all, I'd like to start by thanking our humble hosts, good patriot-minded, liberty-minded patriots, Ed and Barbara.
Thank you.
Opening their home to us. My name's Kevin Leandro. I'm running for one of the District 2 House seats. Unlike everybody else, I'm not actually a New Hampshire native. Sorry. I was born and raised in Scituate, Rhode Island. About 12 years ago, my wife Heidi and I moved here in search of liberty-infused atmosphere. We found it. We weren't alone. A lot of people moved here for the same reason. The New Hampshire values. We've all discussed it. A small, business-friendly government, state government, limited regulations. That's been a theme tonight. I've heard quite often. Strong family values. It's a live free and die state. Unfortunately, somewhere since I've moved here, it's kind of shifted a little bit. And what I want to do is I want to not only restore them, but protect those values. I've noticed there's many people that actually move here. And as soon as they get here, they set about to change New Hampshire to be more like the state they moved from, Rhode Island, Massachusetts. That's not why I came here. I came here to escape them, not to make New Hampshire into Rhode Island. In Rhode Island, I was in business. I had a rubbish business. Union rubbish business. It's a very tough atmosphere to deal in. When I sold, the first thing I did was to move north. And I couldn't, when I got here, I couldn't believe how easy it was to do business here. I've got several small businesses. Me and my wife run, we own mini storage facilities out in Texas. We have a compact rental business, I'm a rubbish man. I say that unabashedly. My day-to-day business, I run a small trucking company, dump trucks. We work on paving operations. And yes, I'm in a truck every day, sometimes a few times. Like Kevin was saying, the regulation, especially in the trucking industry, you just can't even believe it. When I started, 22 years ago when I bought my first truck, I put it together, and I think, to put it on the road, it cost me somewhere in the neighborhood of $700 or $800. Now, every truck I put on the road in the spring cost me, I'm spending with insurance, fuel tax, heavy highway tax, the state IFTA taxes. I'm into it about $12,000 per truck before the wheels start turning. You have to work hard to make that back and still make a profit. Yeah, like I said, there's people that want to change. And sadly, 3 people that's run our opponents, 2 Democrats and some guy with an I next to his name, are also from other parts, and they're trying to change New Hampshire to be back to the way they were in Massachusetts or Rhode Island. That's not me. That's not what I'm here for. I am a father. I'm jumping around. I'm sorry. I didn't really prepare anything. I'm a father. Like Kevin, I have young children. Mine's 2.5 and 4. I'm a Marine Corps veteran, thank you, and a small businessman. I've been, about 1.5 years ago, I was elected to the Gilford Budget Committee. And I've worked hard to keep the spending in check. Some people will say too hard. I've angered some people. Those people have big spending ways. They favor big spending, and their anger just tells me I'm doing the right thing. We've had to fight some battles. The school board, we put a tremendous pressure on them over the last 1.5 years. And they'll never admit to it, but the simple fact is it's worked. We had a smaller budget this year, an $800,000 surplus from last year. They won't give us credit for the pressure, but they really watched what they were doing. There was the battle truck, the fire truck battle. The battle never ends. I'm not going to get into that. I don't want to bore you. But that's one that really had me pretty disgusted, and still am. But I want to go to Concord and represent the two great towns of Gilford and Meredith. I want to represent the voters with the same passion and drive and determination that I use on the budget committee and that served me so well throughout my life. There's a lot of things that need to be fixed in Concord. We have to fix the mess of a education funding debacle. We have waiting lists for special needs children. I think that needs to be taken care of. Right to work, that's a huge priority of mine, huge. And like I said, I ran a union company. I know the downside of it. I know both sides of it, and it's not fun. I'll stand up to the unions. I don't think anybody that's from Gilford that knows me knows that's probably not an exaggeration. And the special interest, or at least a liberal special interest. But I ask for your vote in November. And for you Gilford voters, I ask you to vote no on the fire truck in September. Again.
GrokTV.